Does travel really bring you happiness? It's a question that's been on the minds of wanderers and homebodies alike for generations. As we embark on this journey of exploration, let us peel back the layers of what it truly means to travel and uncover the hidden truths behind those picture-perfect Instagram posts. Picture this. You're sitting at your desk, scrolling through endless photos of exotic beaches and ancient ruins. It's like playing a high-stakes game of Tetris, except instead of falling blocks, you're juggling time zones and budget constraints. And let us not forget the endless debates with your travel companions about whether to splurge on that fancy restaurant or stick to street food. For every perfect sunset, there's a potential for a storm cloud on the horizon. Ah, the joys of modern travel. You arrive at the airport, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, only to be greeted by a sea of grumpy faces and impossibly long security lines. Your carefully planned itinerary is crumbling before your eyes, and just when you think it can't get any worse, you hear those dreaded words, "We're sorry, but your flight has been canceled." Cue the collective groan from your fellow travelers. It's that flutter in your stomach as the plane takes off, carrying you towards new adventures. It's the anticipation that builds as you count down the days until your departure. That first breath of foreign air, the cacophony of unfamiliar sounds, the burst of new flavors on your tongue. It's sensory overload in the best possible way. And sounds, that's when the real impact of travel often hits. Remember all those treat-yourself moments during your trip? Well, now it's time to face the music, or rather, the credit card bill. Travel is a complex tapestry of experiences, woven together with threads of excitement, stress, joy, and sometimes disappointment. It's the anticipation of new adventures, the frustration of missed connections, the wonder of seeing a world wonder with your own eyes, and the relief of finally crawling into your own bed after a long journey. The kind that lingers long after the tan is faded and the souvenirs have gathered dust. It's the happiness of knowing you've expanded your world even just a little bit. It's the satisfaction of having faced challenges and come out the other side with a great story to tell. You find yourself wincing as you tally up the damage. Because in the end, whether you're lounging on a tropical beach or getting hopelessly lost in a new city, you're not just traveling, you're adding chapters to your life story. And that, dear traveler, is priceless. It broadens our horizons, challenges our preconceptions, and often helps us appreciate what we have at home. It's a mirror that reflects our own resilience, adaptability, and capacity for wonder. That extra gelato in Rome, the impromptu shopping spree in Paris, the once-in-a-lifetime excursion that you just couldn't pass up. It all adds up. You're left with a mix of emotions. The satisfaction of having experienced something new, perhaps a touch of melancholy that it's over, and often a renewed appreciation for your own corner of the world. You're hyper-aware of everything around you, drinking in every detail. In these moments, you might feel more alive than ever before. But as you slurp those noodles, you can't help but smile, remembering the incredible meals you enjoyed on your journey. Was it worth it? That's the million-dollar question. You find yourself daydreaming at work, imagining the sights you'll see and the memories you'll make. But it will almost certainly bring you stories to tell, memories to cherish, and a perspective you couldn't have gained any other way. You shuffle along, shoes in hand, praying you didn't forget to take that water bottle out of your carry-on. You stand there, watching bag after bag tumble onto the conveyor belt, none of them yours. The crowd thins and still no sign of your trusty suitcase. As the last unclaimed bag makes its lonely journey around the carousel, the sinking realization hits you. Your luggage has decided to take its own vacation, separate from yours. Your meticulously planned trip can go sideways faster than you can say lost passport. Imagine this. You finally made it to your dream destination, only to find that your hotel reservation was mysteriously canceled, or that the must-see attraction is closed for renovations. Suddenly, your dream vacation feels more like a nightmare. By the time you finalized your itinerary, you might need a vacation from planning your vacation. Every travel guide you read, every blog post you bookmark adds another layer of excitement. It's like being a kid again, counting down to Christmas morning. The wanderlust hits you like a tidal wave, and suddenly you're knee-deep in travel plans. But here is the kicker. The planning process itself can be more stressful than a rush-hour traffic jam in Manhattan. You've got spreadsheets upon spreadsheets, trying to coordinate flights, accommodations, and activities. But here's the thing. all that stress. It might just be worth it. Because when everything falls into place and you re-standing atop that mountain, you've dreamed of climbing or savoring that local delicacy you've only read about. It can feel like pure magic. The world opens up before you, full of possibilities and new experiences. It's in these moments that you might find yourself thinking, yes, this is why I travel. However, let's not sugarcoat it. Travel isn't always smooth sailing. And let's talk about the hassles of actually getting to your destination. Then there are the delays. Oh, the delays. You're sitting at your gate, watching as your departure time gets pushed back further and further. But wait, there's more. Let's not forget about the baggage carousel roulette. And despite all these potential pitfalls, there's something undeniably exciting about travel. This anticipation can be a source of pure joy. You're planning outfits for photos you haven't taken yet, practicing phrases in a language you're eager to try out. And when you finally arrive at your destination, but here's where things get interesting. After the trip, when you're back home surrounded by familiar sights, however, there is one aspect of post-travel life that can quickly bring you back down to earth: dealing with expenses. You might find yourself eating ramen for a month to make up for your travel splurges. So, does travel really bring you happiness? The answer, like most things in life, isn't black and white. Perhaps the real magic of travel lies not in the destination itself, but in how it changes us. So, the next time you find yourself debating whether to book that ticket or stay home, remember this: travel might not always bring pure, unadulterated happiness. And isn't that, in its own way, a form of happiness? So go ahead, book that trip. Embrace the stress of planning, weather the storms of travel mishaps, and savor every moment of anticipation and adventure.